Let's talk for a minute why frozen shoulder is very prevalent in the perimenopausal, menopausal woman. It is not just a coincidence. And what is happening is that there are a lot of estrogen receptors in our shoulder joint. And so as a result, estrogen it's partly a lubricant to our body. And so it helps our joints glide and flow freely. And what happens in those years as the estrogen drops is that the receptor sites are still open, but the estrogen is not coming in. And so as a result, your shoulder says, whoa, wait, what's going on? And it starts to get sticky. And it's not typically an overnight thing. It's typically not this dramatic thing of, I did this and now my shoulder is stuck. It's usually, and this is what I've seen in the clinic, is, oh, I went up to reach and it felt a little sticky and I got a little glitch. And so then I started changing my movement patterns. I started kind of shrugging and shifting my body a little bit. And then, oh, I just stopped doing that. I stopped reaching up overhead because it felt sticky and I didn't want to hurt it. I didn't want anything to go wrong. And so that's what I see in the clinic a lot. If you don't know me, my name is Tracy Hill. I'm a doctor of physical therapy and I help women move, feel, and live their best. And by doing so, we have to start looking at why the problem happened to begin with. And then from there, what do we do about it? And so, well, there's lots of interventions and lots of great stretching and exercises to a frozen shoulder. I think a lot of women are feeling discouraged of why did this happen? And so, like I said, it's this gradual creeping until all of a sudden, I don't want to do anything. And so I want to extend permission to you that you're not broken. And there's ways to work through that sticky shoulder feeling in the process while we need to still maintain that movement. Motion is the lotion to our joints. And while your hormones are not being fed into those joints quite as well anymore, there's still a lot that you can do. And so I want to take a minute to show you a simple stretch that we can do. I've got a golf club. Now, you don't have to use a golf club if you've got a stick. It could be a broomstick. It could just be a PVC, like plastic PVC pipe from Home Depot, anything like that. And what we're going to do, we're always going to have our thumb pointing up. Remember that thumbs up means more space to the joint. Thumbs down decreases that joint space through the shoulder and causes a lot more of that pinching. So always remember, thumbs up equals better, happy shoulders. And so I'm going to have my thumb up at the top of my golf club here. And I'm just going to let my body rock and sway. Now, the reason that we want to get that load, bend to extend, it's part of our best method, the 3 planes of motion, our bendy, extendy, our shifty, and our twisty. And so we start with the bendy to extendy. And the reason that this is important is for 2 reasons. One, if your shoulder is really sticky, you just jamming and forcing it up there is not going to feel good. But by allowing it to glide is just going to help create some fluid mobility through that. The other reason why this is important is because it teaches that shoulder blade. Sometimes that shoulder blade gets real sticky back there. It gives it that natural glide. We should feel as we move that shoulder blade should kind of bend and tip, and that helps facilitate motion, especially to get into those overhead motions. And so if that shoulder blade is glued down to the back of your thoracic spine, it's going to feel really sticky. And so by allowing ourselves to bend and extend, we help to glide that joint at that shoulder blade, that scapula, which is going to help that shoulder to move. Now, of course, we have to best it. We have got to go shifty. Like I said, bendy, extendy, shifty, twisty. So again, thumbs up, my thumb's pointing out, and I'm going to sway and I'm going to shift side to side. And so now, again, we're getting that gliding. We're not just jamming and forcing that shoulder. Our bodies do not like jamming and forcing, but we're going to allow it to flow. And now that shoulder blade gets to tip and shift as we go through the motion. And that's really important, again, to clear those last ranges. A lot of people are like, oh, I can get about there. It's that end range that I struggle with. Well, we've got to get that shoulder blade to work and glide well with that shoulder joint. Okay, so we've got bendy, extendy, we've got shifty, and now we've got twisty. So again, thumbs up, happy shoulders, and we're just gonna get a little open and close. Okay, wind it up, open it up. Again, that shoulder blade is coming to the party as it's coming around and opening up. We lose out on a lot of this motion because so many of us are glued down at a computer all day. And so that shoulder blade just sucks down and it sticks, which means then shoulder sticks and nothing's gliding happy nicely together. So we best it and we get a little glide. This is not about forcing it. This is about just turning, opening, letting those hips, letting that thoracic spine, letting the whole body move nicely together. And that's going to make for your shoulder to be happy. So start with this. If you're starting to get that sticky shoulder, those perimenopausal, menopausal years, and you're feeling that little glitch for no good reason, then I challenge you to work on this and find your best movement. And if you're struggling, reach out to us at journeystrong3@gmail.com, and we will be happy to help you evaluate you, give you a full custom body movement assessment for you to move, feel, and live your best.